Good evening, Circus Crew. Fighting Public Trainer Ace Windfall. Ready for takeoff. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome in. Hi, everyone. What is up, Dolly? What's up, Harmonica? What's up, Gabriel? What's up, Alan? What's up, Asmo? I think it's everyone. Welcome in. Dolly, what do you sail on the Seven Seas to? Are you pirating something, or are you just writing about pirates, given the Norwegian swear words part? Harmonica, I thought it was spelled A-O-W, not O-A-W. Gabriel, hi. Aeon, nice dance. And Asmo, looking forward to Thursday then. There, I did it. Oh, shoot. I said it, I caught Aeon on the way down. Did I not catch, also hi Aeon. I said Aeon's name in the other thing. I'm sorry if I missed it in the highs there. Wow, what's the difference? Cause if it's AOW, it's wow. But if it's OAW, it's wow. Wow. It's wow versus wow. 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 This has been linguistics with Ace Windfall. Also, what's the target going in? Yellow. Okay, I think it's everything. Also, Gabriel, it was not 5 minutes when you sent that. It's only been 5 minutes since 8 o'clock. It hadn't been 5 minutes since the stream started. I started a little bit late. The reason why I was a little bit late to both start and to actually get here, I was making chamomile tea. And I started boiling that water way too late. But I have it now. It's really hot. I'm not going to drink it for like another 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But it's good. Also, what's up, Brew? Welcome in. Hi. Now contemplating forcing you into a summer edition outfit and payback. First off, how is that payback? Second off, don't forget, you can always use my, hold on, give me like 5 seconds. I don't think I can drag. Wait, I really need to update my OBS. Someone remind me in like tomorrow. Like someone remind me tomorrow at like 7 p.m. my time, like an hour before stream. Someone at me and just say, Ace, update your OBS. That might be a bad idea. Someone do that Wednesday, because then I have a day to troubleshoot in case anything goes wrong. But as Aeon, that's really easy. All you have to do is just use I can't drag and drop. I don't know why you can't drag and drop. Why can't I not drag and drop, Service Crew? Just go and add. I don't know why this is like the second time in like a week I've shown you this picture. This image is like over like 2 years old. But you can always just use just use this version of me. Done. Easy. Look at that. Look at me. So young, youthful, full of hope. About to destroy Alto VT in the face with a spike. Go look down there, Dolly. I'm gonna be real. I glanced extremely quick, and I just gut said it was Dolly. Sasuga, bad girl of the Service Crew team. Also, what's a key walk went in? Wow, war? It's like what an orc would call war. What is war? Sorry. No. On Wednesday, it's not. First off, it's not Wednesday for you yet. Even if you are in the future, it's not Wednesday. Second off, it's not. It's like 7 p.m. my time. Both. That's wrong in 2 different ways. Tomodachi Life update. I made your me and you fell in love with someone. Ooh. Hold on. Ooh. Dosyo. Cool. Am I cool? Am I like a Casanova type, or am I like a dork? I can be both. I can be your angle or your devil. Shut up. Me actually fell in love with you first though, and no one has confessed yet. I don't want to say it, but I am kind of a looker. This is a great start to stream, Service Crew. Save that one for later. There's something else I have, but I'm gonna save that for later if I remember, because I think that derailed way too early. Oh, it's Friday for you. That's not true, Harmonica. Nowhere in the world is it like Friday, unless you mean that it's like your Friday because you work like what, Wednesday to Monday? No, it would be Thursday to Monday then in that case. If that's the case, congratulations on your week of work, Harmonica. If that's not the case and you're just messing with me, damn it, Harmonica. Messaging from the future. Awesome. Harmonica, how much do I like what is it? What are we playing? How much do I like Wolf Among Us? Like if it's on Friday, you can go to the VOD channel, which we now have. That won't actually be up on Friday on the VOD channel. It'll probably be like Saturday. It probably takes like 2 days for it to finish typically. But like go back to the Twitch archive, and how much did I like Wolf Among Us? You didn't watch. Go back to the Twitch VOD right now. Go and watch it if you're in the future. Future girl. What's it been? Welcome in. Summer swimsuit ace is not a throw. Maybe a Valentine's Day edition outfit is. Wow, Aeon! Folly on you. You fall into my trap as the only other image that I got from that Hot Boy calendar was in fact... it should be this one. Was in fact a Valentine one. And I guess this technically is an outfit. This is just me holding it. But falling on you, Aeon, you fell for the old summer Valentine's gambit. The only 2 days that matter. My God. You're never the Casanova type. You don't. First off, you don't know that. Second of all, you're not from Denver, Colorado either. But Kiwi, speaking of sports, this Sorcerer, this is gonna be like a shorter stream. I think it's only like, I think we're only like 2 hours from beating it, so this is good. We gotta keep filling time. It'll make those VOD channel viewers that I can now actually get, like they'll click on this and they'll be like, wow, Ace is like a really funny guy. Look at everyone like talking to him, and then like 2 hours later, it's just gonna be me talking for like 2 hours. But I will have sucked him in already from all this casual conversation we're having. But more importantly, Kiwi, big basketball fan Kiwi. I found out about this today. I found out about so everyone knows Enclosed.Horse, right? It's one of the greatest games of our generation. It is this thing where you take the horse and you enclose it by like enclosing it within, you know, the area, and then you get like points for it, right? Bees are -5, so you want to like block off the bees, but you don't have any walls, etc., etc. I got bored. I looked at like you can't see it because I'm zoomed in on the screen, but I went to the about page, and I was reading their about page, and I saw more from us. And not only do they do Wordle, which is great, I love Wordle. This is in my old man game folder, and this I actually don't know what this is. This is I didn't do today's. I haven't done it in a hot minute. What is this? I feel it's Estonia. No, it's Latvia. Ah! It was one of those 3. I didn't think it was Lithuania, but it was either Estonia or Latvia. Man, that's not important. We're not talking about guess the country. We're not talking about Wordle over here, by the way. We're talking about Kiwi. There were 2 of them, actually. I saw Lake Connections, and I thought it was just gonna be French Connections, but it's actually a basketball trivia game. There's also Hoop Grids, which is also a basketball trivia game. So Denver, Colorado fan Kiwi, and any other basketball fans in the audience, you can play Lake Connections, which is, you have to find the connection between all the players. I don't know players, so I didn't know. Yesterday's was all about like what nationality they are. I know Michael Jordan. I know the name Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I know Patrick Ewing. And then Jokic is one of the ones from the awful trade from a bit ago, right? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna win that one. I don't know what this is. Oh, I am not getting this either. Okay, but Kiwi, I saw that and I thought about you. So good job. What are we talking about? No, I did not bark yesterday at the end of the stream, but I did bark before stream, like 5 minutes. Well, I guess no. I think the starting soon was playing, and I was doing the thing as I want to do, where I talk to myself before stream in order to hype myself up, in order to just get like the talky juices flowing. So I talk to myself as if you guys are here with me. And while I was doing that, I barked and it scared myself. That's a true story. That's. Sometimes you can just not say something, Ace. Sometimes you can just like say, hi guys, we're gonna play the game, and you're just gonna like go along with it. You don't need. You guys having a good stream so far? I think I am. That's really hot. Oh my god. I don't know, Ann. I'm not double dog daring you, but. Shut up. I think you said it was fine. You said the werewolf guy was hot. Hell yeah. That sounds about right for me, TBH. Thank you, Harmonic, for checking that for me. Ace, did you see who the me was? Did you send me a thing of the me? No, I didn't. Wait, did you play it? Did you play it on stream like yesterday? I didn't look yesterday. I looked on the day before that, and I don't think that I had been made yet. I kind of like skimmed through it. But if you played yesterday, no, I hadn't seen that one yet, if that's the case. If it was like from like 2 days ago, I didn't see it, and so now I can go back through with a fine-tooth comb in that case. Thank you, Rue. Made you like 2 days ago? Then in that case, I didn't skim with a fine enough tooth comb, so I missed it. Sorry, Rue. I'll go check that out later then. Hoop grids. Horrible trade with Luca. Wait, wasn't it Jokic and Luca? Or is Jokic just a different thing? I don't understand sports while I retard. That's why I just showed it and then I didn't actually do it because I didn't know what was going on. I just picked the people I kind of knew. They were sitting at a table together and IG Light's heart just fluttered a little when they locked eyes. I don't know. Aww. It's like a horseman that is also good at basketball. What does a horseman mean? What does a horseman mean, Kiwi? Like a jockey? Like a Uma Musco? Also, Ace, thank you for not commenting on the message I sent prior to basement duty. Don't worry, Dolly, I was being overstimulated, so I didn't even read it. My bad. No, I streamed a few days ago, previous chat. Okay, I think I got it. No, after stream. No comment on it being light. Wait, Light Yagami. Wait, hold on, what did you say? And I guess Light's heart just, oh, you said Light, and I didn't know who Light was. I didn't know you meant Light Yagami. I'm not saying I have a type, but that's a great segue, you. I'm not saying I have a type, but seriously, we're playing a game called Take Care of It. For those that weren't here on Thursday, it's a game about two men's relationship, two young college boys men's relationship. Hold on. I was really hoping you would tell me their names because I kind of forgot their names. Seriously, what are their names? I know Herb's name. That's the worst part is I remember Herb's name. I don't remember anyone. I remember Herb. I remember the goat Herb. Oh wait. It's Riley and Austin. It says it up here actually. We got two guys. Riley, who is your main character. He's your protagonist. He's the one you're playing as, and he's kind of your He's into like space, he's in conspiracy theories, he's into like the weird stuff, he's into aliens, right? Mostly into like aliens and the supernatural. He goes on like the forums and he like reads about the supernatural. He like has an old car that his father owned, and we get like his father presumably died of cancer or some illness, some sickness. And he's got his best friend Austin, and Austin's like the guy, and he's like cool, and he's like your everyday man. He plays the video games, and also he might be a manipulative asshole that might have some dirt over you for something you might have done at a party a few years ago, but he's your best friend ever, and he would never lead you wrong. And then one day you take Austin out, your best friend, you and Austin go out to the woods as you are wont to do because you're looking for aliens, you're looking for UFOs, and you want to go see a UFO happen. And while you're out there, you get attacked by a bear, a giant bear. Hold on, is there? Yeah, you get attacked by a bear, and don't know about you guys. I've never been attacked by a bear. I don't think it's great if that were to happen to me. And so because of that, not Riley, but Austin. Gets a little messed up. He gets mauled by the bear. That's it. I feel like, obviously this is after he's gotten fixed, and a lot of the stuff is under the shirt, technically. We don't have to worry about that one yet. How do I go? I guess I can just hit the thing at the top right. But Austin gets mauled by a bear. You are looking for him because like you also get mauled by a bear, but not as hard. You wake up, you don't know where he is. You spend a few days like trying to find him. Your mother is out, like she's working her job, so you don't have a lot of contact with her. You're looking for him at his apartment. You end up like meeting this guy who's crashing in 3E, who ends up being Herb, which is a really cool character, and he's got a cool cat, and he's basically me for real. And eventually you get a call from the hospital your mom works at. They found Austin. He's not in a great shape. You take him home, back to his home, and you start trying to nurse him back to health. And one thing that he ends up wanting a lot of is organ meat, because after he got attacked by that bear, we're not entirely sure yet, but he may or may not have a parasite in his body, which is making him want to consume organ meat, red meat, bloody meat, as evidenced here. First he goes from like, oh, I want a steak, to being like, oh, I want like organ meat. I want like sausages, which you are influenced by him. Me, the player, specifically, is influenced by him to steal. I steal, I give it to him. It wasn't sausages, by the way. It was rabbit hearts. Or not rabbit hearts. It was cow hearts. It was hearts. Chicken hearts. Chicken hearts. Chicken hearts. It was chicken hearts. So he eats steak, then he eats raw chicken hearts, and he convinces you to eat one as well. Then the next day you're out and you have to like, oh, go catch him something fresh. So he wants you to go get a rabbit, and you go to try to find a rabbit. You don't find a rabbit. Instead, on your drive home, the car in front of you crashes into a deer, a small juvenile deer. You end up taking that and bringing it to Austin, and then Austin just starts eating a raw deer. And then that's kind of where it ended for us for now, because we got really sick and we went home for the night. Because if you bring a raw roadkill deer to your deer best friend, and he just starts gorging himself on that, you might not have a best friend. You might have a cannibal or a zombie or a vampire or a werewolf or some other monster that eats eats organ meat, which is what they call not great. And it's really good because there's a lot of really good CGs. The art is very fantastic. You have good foreshadowing. When you're there at the UFO site, you see this snail that has, similar to The Last of Us, been infected with a parasite that is dragging it up to the top of the leaf where it's going to sit and die. And you have a small conversation about that. Austin ends up killing it, which foreshadowing. Because like, would you rather be like living as a parasite, or would you rather like die before it like fully consumes you and you have the life cycle progress, right? It's very, very good. I don't know if there's anything else. Service crew, if you were here last time, am I forgetting anything else? Obviously we see our friend getting mauled by the bear. We're driving home without our friend, looking for them. We end up cutting ourselves. Oh, also, I think Austin fed on our blood after we cut ourselves. We don't know that for a fact, but after we cut ourselves and passed out, we woke up and he was like, man, I feel great. And it's like, might be an issue. There's him eating steak. There are the chicken hearts. They're us at the party where I might have done something. Now Austin's lording over my head forever. You know, the usual stuff. Most importantly, I think, is the fact that the main mechanic, or the main like dynamic you need to think about is Riley, even though he's being manipulated, Riley is someone that throughout the course of the game, it feels like he wants to be wanted. So when Austin comes up to him and says, hey, I need your help, even if it's something messed up, Riley is the kind of person that's like, oh, he needs my help, good, I can be useful to him. Which that is kind of why I've taken it in the way that I have as the director of this story, to having Riley, you know, maybe doing some things that he probably shouldn't be doing, but he wants to be of help. He wants to be useful for his best friend Austin. Question mark. Good? Good. I think it's everything. You guys good? I'm gonna scroll back up real quick because I definitely went off for a second there. You and Light Yagami are in Love Ace. Like I said, great taste. That means he can like do a Death Note for me. He's super into horse racing. That people say NBA is a day job while his real passion was horse racing. That's really cool, actually. Assuming that he's like a jockey, or he's the one that's like doing it, not just he's like at the stands going like, come on, number 3, because that's kind of lame in comparison. But I don't know. He could be an Uma Musume, like a trainer. I'll take an ace and riz him. It's hard. What? I know. I was talking with a friend yesterday. I went to go get brunch with a friend yesterday, and we were talking because they had gotten like really into Tomodachi Life. Rue, did you give me a catchphrase? And if you did, what is it? I know there's like 4 different ways you can like do a catchphrase. I guess don't tell me actually. I'll go find out like after the stream. But like like Yagami and Haru Okamura, what do these two have in common? And Ace loves them. Aww. You know what? Like I said, great taste, me. I can't. Wait, hold on. What did Rue say? Is this Shinif? What are you replying to, Asmo? Eh? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I can't, I wish I could click on the thing to see where you're replying to. Is this Jennifer's Body but for men? I don't know what Jennifer's Body is, but I'm gonna go with Asmo and say that you're not wrong, maybe. Very summer Hikaru died. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna go with what Asmo said and say that you're not wrong. Though that one might be wrong. Riley refused medical care twice. Ben doesn't understand the American medical system. That's also an important thing to note about this. Oh, related to snails, there's a very creepy manga panel that always comes to mind every time snails come up in media. When it's, you talking about Kiwi, you talking about, is it from Uzumaki? Because there's an entire chapter in Uzumaki where people just start turning into snails, right? Is that? Oh yeah, the bear that inflicted Austin is dead. We did see that, yes. Oh, good call, yeah. It is Jennifer's Body for men. I love that. Well, I don't know what Jennifer's Body is, but depending on how this ends, that might be a 4 watch for me. Is that a 4 watch for me? Should I watch that? I just watched Spectre yesterday with my 2 days ago? 2 days ago, with my monthly Netflix. That was pretty good. James Bond, I've over the course of like however long I get to, I've been slowly watching the recent James Bond quintilogy, and it's good. It's solid. I like the villains in them, but I feel like they don't get enough screen time. I swear if it's not ready for takeoff. I don't know, I have a lot of good catchphrases, I think. Like, ready for takeoff, or, hey service crew, or, ready, okay, maybe, I don't know. I'm bad at being put on the spot, service crew. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that. No, I haven't. I mean, I feel like I might have heard about it, or I might have, like, seen the poster for it, but that's at most, right? It's a cult classic camping movie with queer tones. You either get it or you don't, but you might like it, but I don't know. LMAO? Perfect. I'll trade you. This is not similar at all, but I'll trade you, Rue. I'll watch Jennifer's Body. You watch Rosemary's Baby. It's just because it's a name and then a thing, and then, well, yeah, I guess that's technically correct. And that's a really messed up movie for me. But that's probably that's actually a terrible trade for you, Rue. Don't watch that. That's a terrible trade because it is not campy. It's not fun. It's a very sad. It is a peak sad child movie, except it's about a young woman. If you like Silent Hill F, you might like Rosemary's Baby though. But I don't think it has a rewarding payoff. It's more just like Silent Hill F, but it has a bad ending. But bad trade. Don't do that. Okay. Hold on. One last thing. Stream chat. What is that, Kiwi? Okay, that is not the Uzumaki panel, Kiwi. That is also a lot more appropriate to this specific image of the snail than I would have thought. But Lord, Kiwi. That is terrifying. I'm going to click out of stream chat and click back into it so that I can re-spoil itself. Worse than the Luca trade. Okay. Also, yes, go watch Eraserhead too. Eraserhead and Rosemary's Baby are movies that you should watch, Service Crew, but make sure you're in a good headspace for it, and then probably never watch them again, but you should watch them to further your depth of knowledge and to understand why I am the way that I am, I guess? Maybe? I don't know if that's really appropriate. Let's start. Okay, so it is the end of the day after we dropped off a a freshly deceased deer to our friend Austin's house, and he began to consume it voraciously. In disgust, we drove home. We did not eat anything because we didn't feel like eating. Instead, we just took a shower, and now we're about to go to bed. As you lay in bed, the image of Austin tearing apart the dough refuses to leave your mind. Your mind races, but sleep eventually pulls you under. You wake up. Your body aches, a dull and constant reminder of the workout from the day before. Your legs throb as you shift in your bed. Hold on. That's not game music. I just had that on the entire time. Apologies, Service Crew. I don't think that impacted you guys at all, but I heard that music and I was like, that's my music. That's not game music. Your body aches, a dull and constant reminder of the workout from the day before. Your legs throb as you shift in your bed. Your heart aches too, Austin's bitter words linger painfully like pressure on a bruise, and the rest of the memory won't leave you either. The tearing. The wet chew of flesh. The way Austin smeared himself in blood. Maybe it was only a bad dream, you think. You hope. You sit up, but don't move right away. The air in the room feels heavy, as if it wants to press you back down into the mattress. Somehow, you pull yourself out of bed. Your feet find the floor. The weight in your chest follows as you finish getting dressed. Oh boy. Actually, speaking of movies, Cersei, just go watch these 5 movies. I think that, like, 4 out of 5 will get you a really good sense of what I like. And then you can also watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is not a bad movie. It's a very fun movie, but I don't think it's as impactful to me as the other 4 are. Because 2001: A Space Odyssey and Alien are, like, some of the best movies ever made, bar none. And, of course, The Thing is The Thing. It's The Thing and Silence of the Lambs are also just, like, those are, like, fantastic, like, top 10 movies as well. So go watch all these and also go treat yourself to Ferris Bueller's Day Off as a palate cleanser. Bueller, Riley. Still got some fight left in me. My mom restocked the first aid kit. I don't need to take a shower. I don't want to bother mom while she's sleeping. You might want to bother. Asking for help would just stress her out more than she already is. Working night shift has been hard on her. I can take care of myself. So even now, Riley is very much in the mindset of, I gotta be, because again, his father passed away from illness. So it's just Riley and his mom is working night shift, and Riley is trying to be like I don't want to stress my mom out. I'm gonna be independent. I don't need to rely on anyone, right? That's the flaw that's kind of going through him as a character right now. Looking greener already. Eat. You open up the fridge and make some breakfast. You take the food to the table and take a few moments to eat it. You have a little more energy after eating something. Cool. Okay, so I've mostly cleaned the image of Austin and the deer out of my head. That's good. I guess we're going to Austin's house. You shoulder your canvas backpack and head out. Like Vince Carter. Who's Vince Carter? Is this I swear to God, Q, this is a basketball reference. You drive to Austin's, climb the 5 flights of stairs, and enter his apartment using the spare keys. The carnage of last night is still on the table. The air reeks of iron. What's left of the deer has gone dull and sunken into itself. The dead deer. The sight of it makes you sick to your stomach. Pile of Austin's clothes. You'll move these later. You will not. You've been saying that for 4 days, and I think those are well and done at this point. All right. You grab the first aid kit from under the sink. You take a deep breath and knock on the door. Austin? I'm here. Trash can. Just making sure there's nothing new that I have to worry about before I, okay. Austin is on his bed, sitting there the same way he has for days now. But something is different this time. His clothes are clean. His dark hair sticks up in the back, dried in awkward tufts that tell you he must have showered and gone to bed before it dried. Meeting his eyes is harder than ever. Everything feels so normal. You're really just leaving it there to rot. In your kitchen. It doesn't bother me. He shrugs. I'll take care of it eventually. You push down the discomfort that is rising in your chest. He doesn't seem concerned. At all. Despite it all, you force yourself forward, eyes focused on the hem of his shirt and first aid kit under your arm. He lifts his arms willingly when you reach to pull it over his head, but your hands freeze when you get a look at his torso. He clumsily rebound his wounds, but there was no need. The worst of them had already knit into uneven scar tissue, puckered and swollen. The edges were stretched and pulling taut, like it was straining to hold something inside. And the scratches. They're awful today. Jagged red and raw gouges raked down his chest and stomach like he couldn't stop tearing at himself. Your breath sticks in your throat as your gaze drags upward and meets his eyes. There's something wrong in them. There's a faint but undeniable ripple just underneath the surface. It's as though light itself is bending wrong inside his pupils. Dread wells in your chest. His mouth curls when he speaks. You know, that cat that's been yowling up and down the halls. No, you do not touch P! No, Austin! Bring it to me. Bring it to me alive. You can hardly believe what you just heard. A cat. Alive. You swallow hard, bile rising in your throat. Spare parts, no! No! You swallow hard, bile rising in your throat. I would never let them get you. You swallow hard, bile rising in your throat. You've seen what he does. What's left after? You can't do this. I can't. I could, but I don't want to. Your voice trembles. A barely audible whisper at first. The words feel wrong leaving your mouth. No. You force the words out. You almost can't believe you said them. Austin tilts his head and laughs. What? Your knees threaten to buckle, heart hammering and palms slick with sweat. You stand taller, gathering every ounce of resolve. After what you did to that deer, you think I'm bringing you a cat? You're sick, Austin. I'm not doing that. The humor vanishes. He clenches his jaw. A flurry of emotions flash across Austin's face in rapid succession. Confusion, disbelief, then anger. After everything, you draw the line now? You're calling this too far? You've always done what you thought was right, trying to force me into your little mold. Funny how that always ends up hurting me. I'm not telling you how to live. I'm telling you where to stop. You've been shoving me around for years, Austin. And I let you, but not anymore. Oh, that's really, I'm really glad we looked at the CGs beforehand, because this is, in case it wasn't obvious that Austin, like, effectively gets the thing from the bear. Like, this is legitimately just the same as the bear sprite with in shadow with the yellow eyes. Oh, that's insanely good. The room seems to shrink. He rises from the bed, taller, broader, his presence pressing down on you. The pulse in his eyes seems to throb faster. Don't make me ask again. The sound of his voice makes the hairs on your arms rise. You stumble back, heart pounding. The first aid kit clatters to the floor. His lips are pulled back into a snarl, and you swear his teeth look sharper than you remember them being. The way the hairs on your arms start to stand on end remind you of the night with the bear. The intense urge to run. I need to get out of here. The floorboards creak under his weight as he sways uneasy on his feet. And then he lunges. Press OK. Oh, space? Oh. I feel like that could be... If that is the Yes, I think it is this. I feel like that could be, I feel like that's communicated incorrectly. I don't know if I'm winning or not. Wait. Seriously, am I winning? I think I'm winning. Oh! After I pushed him away, I was supposed to run. Okay. I didn't understand. I didn't get it. My bad. Oh my god. Holy sh... Search, I don't remember the way out. I think it's C. I think it's through C. Perfect. And then it's through F. Correct. And then I'm gonna go to my boy. No. My boy was gonna save me. Okay, that's fine. We gotta go through here? And then it's through, how good am I? It's through A. I need to block this door. Okay, done. Riley, I'm so hungry. Please. Riley, just bring me the cat. I'm sorry. I want to take the hags. Also, Loki looks like Alex from Stardew Valley, and it's spinning me out. Hold on. Oh, I can't easily look at it. I feel like because I know his hair isn't blonde, and Alex is a blonde, that's the only reason I can't agree with that one. Austin! It's laundry room. Do we just leave? Leave? Not yet. Hold on. Can I go? I need to go protect P. No, I don't want to leave. Oh, Alex! I was thinking of Sam. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, no, he does look a lot like Alex, actually. Hold. Okay, I can't move it. I tried everything. Okay, we're good. Yes. You stand in the doorway of the apartment and lean against the door, letting the hammer in your chest settle. What happened back there? Was that really Austin? It looked like him. It talked like him. But the scratches, the unnatural glow of his eyes, the aggression. Whatever was in that bear, whatever made it attack, Austin had it now. Maybe the doctor at the hospital can help. She said I could call if there were any changes. You call. It takes time to be transferred through the hospital and eventually connected to Dr. Lowell. Her tone is tired. You must have caught her at the end of her shift. I remember Austin, yeah. The bear attack. Has his condition worsened? Not necessarily. He's been having strange cravings. Fixation on raw meat and increased aggression. Has he had a fever? Any nausea or vomiting? A loss of consciousness, redness, swelling, or drainage from his wounds? No, none of that, but he's been scratching at himself. There's a pause on the other end of the line, then a sigh. What you're describing isn't consistent with a typical infectious process or anything that would raise immediate medical concern. Itching is common as wounds heal. Behavioral changes after trauma aren't uncommon, especially after something violent. You're about to push back. About to mention that you saw the bear in the woods and the similarities. But you stop. You realize how insane it would sound. I kind of wish he would do it anyway. I want to like Dr. Lowell. I actually feel bad. I actually wish that Dr. Lowell, like, I wish they would, like, him to go full on and Dr. Lowell to be, like, at least, like, okay, we'll look into it. And then probably not do anything at all. Instead of to be like, I guess she's not really being dismissive right now. Maybe if Riley did bring up the bear thing, she might be a little bit more like, we can look into it. But, like, I feel like this is Riley making a misstep in the story. Okay. At least we got something. Is there anything you could do if I brought him in? Doesn't feel like trauma. You're welcome to bring him in, but my understanding was cost was a concern. Based on what you're describing, he would likely be triaged as non-urgent. There would be a wait. It's likely he would be discharged again without intervention with an emergency room bill. So there's nothing you can do. Not for these symptoms. If you're concerned about his mental state, I can refer you to behavioral health. A psychologist and possibly a psychiatrist. If he becomes in immediate danger himself or others, you should contact emergency services. You exchange a few more words before thanking her for her time and hanging up. I'll say, yeah, his eyes were. It wasn't something moving in his eyes. The thing that's moving is in his chest. His eyes are just throbbing, which I think is to show like bloodlust in his eyes. Not that he actually had something legitimately in his eyes, but that would have been interesting if like it like propagated up to the eye or something like that. Ooh. Okay, Mom? Yes! No! Mom! Family photo Mom keeps by her bedside. Okay, it's still daytime, though. We have time to, like, do things, theoretically. We might be able to save something. How am I feeling right now? Still got some fight left in me. It's not bedtime. Call for the day? No. It's way too bright out. Eat? No. Wait. I'm not going back there right now. Wait, is that just it for the day? No shot. Looking green already? No! You open the fridge and make some breakfast. Wait, what? Second breakfast? Am I just rotting? Am I just bed rotting? Hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit no. I'm gonna save. There we go. This doesn't feel right, especially if it like ends the day. I feel like if we end the day, like I don't know, it feels far too early. And like I know the idea here is that it's like every day is a progression. Today we don't want to like do a lot for today, but I feel like I wish this was like broken up in a different way, where it's like instead of call it for the day, it was like rest for a little bit, or like maybe you call it for the day, but then you like wake up like halfway through it in like the evening or something like that. See, that's what I'm thinking as well, Asma. It's like there are so many things I can do. Like I wanted to go see Herb when we were running away to go warn him and P, which I couldn't do. Or I want to go back now and like talk to him, or I want to go back and stop Riley. I want to go talk to my mom. Like there are so many things I want to do, and it's clearly early in the day out that it feels weird going to bed right now. Outside, daylight fades, washing the walls in blue. You change, turn off the lights, and crawl beneath the blankets. Before you know it, sleep takes you. That doesn't feel right. I guess the idea here is that we're going to have a long dream sequence, but it still doesn't feel right that we're going to bed so early, especially after, like, I guess the other thing, too, is, like, the fact that it was, like, presumably it's a bug, or it's just, like, not a bug necessarily, but it's, like, something that you overmiss when you're, like, making the game, right? Where it's like, oh, we'll have them be able to eat food here, and then just, instead of using, like, the dinner stuff, you just reuse the breakfast one. Unless he's having, like, brunch or something, which is fine, but... You and Austin sit... So now by the way, now we're, like, flashing back in time. Great question. I'm a part-timer, Ben. So I don't know if presumably that you have like when you're part-time you presumably have like your schedule isn't decided until like the week of a lot is my understanding. And it could be that I just didn't get a schedule this week. And especially like they might have given me a schedule, but I might just be really bad at it because I'm a teenager and teenagers can't just not work. And like I'm clearly going through some other stuff right now. It is interesting though, where it feels like the other thing is too, like, yeah, if like during this, like my work called me or something like that would make it interesting. But at the same time, if work called me, like a part of me would be like, why is work calling me? I'm busy dealing with other stuff right now. But given that this is such a short day, it feels like that should be a thing, right? Oh, you thought I was fired? No. You can't get fired from being a fighting pilot. It's a state of mind, Rue. Come on now. Also, if I got fired, what would you guys do with yourselves? Would you, like, just run the hangar yourselves in a perfect paradise? Probably. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. The ice thought made me think of parasites, though, since the worms that infect the snails shift. That is true, because it is, like, both the bear and Austin had, like, crazy eyes, and the snail clearly had, like, crazy eyes as well. So it does make me wonder in some ways, do you think it's a similar parasite, if not the same parasite, but... You and Austin sit in the sagging plastic chairs upstairs, bass from the party thudding through the floor. Hey, I know this isn't your crowd. Wanna hang somewhere else? Just us two. No booming music. Your tongue feels thick in your mouth. It takes you a second to process his question. Yeah. Sure. Where? Across town. I'll guide you. You've never driven high before. Would you be okay? But Austin's already grinning, throwing his jacket back on. Okay. Let's go. Every red light feels like an eternity. Austin hums beside you, drumming his fingers on the door to the beat of the song you have playing low on the radio. The roads get narrower and darker. Eventually, he points towards a fenced-off lot that's marked, Keep Out, Private Property. This wasn't really what I was expecting. Come on, we're already here. All I want to do is check it out. I'm not so sure about this. The hill's technically off limits too, but we go there all the time and it's fine. What's so different about this? You don't want to argue. Maybe he's right. The fence looked kind of pretty, how it catches the moonlight. He boosts you over the chain link and you drop onto loose dirt. Austin scrambles after you. A sliver of moon glints weakly off the jagged outlines of metal and rebar jutting from the ground. Concrete pillars rise from the dirt. The placement of them makes it impossible for you to tell what kind of building was planned to be here. Somewhere toward the center, a single floodlight strobes. It's not able to illuminate anything brightly, but the shadows dance when it flares. Austin whistles low. Man, this place looks way creepier than it did last time. Last time? Yeah. We came here one night after a party. Melanie, Ryan, a few others. We were throwing bars of rebar, seeing if anything would stick up right when they landed. They were playing lawn darts with rebar. Oh, God. He wanders ahead, running his hand along a piece of forklift, leaving a clean line through the dust. There's another machine nearby that you're not so sure what it is. It's got an arm like an excavator, but on the back it's got something to push dirt. He hops up and tries the door handle, but it's locked. Worth a shot. You're about to tell him to quit it when a beam of light slices through the dark. A flashlight. You both freeze. You lower your voice to a strained whisper. I thought you said this place wasn't maintained. That's what Melanie said. Construction pause. Budget crap. The light passes over a pile of concrete and keeps moving. You hear footsteps crunching through gravel. Whoever it is, we should get out of here. You edge backward, trying to keep to the darker areas. Austin follows, but as he moves around a partially built pillar, his shoulder clips a dangling length of rebar. It swings, strikes a loose beam, and... a cascade of metal. A violent metallic cacophony. What the... Ah! The sound of a flashlight clattering to the ground. Then, silence. You and Austin stare at each other. Time freezes and the two of you hold your breath. Cautiously, you round the corner of the pillar and look. The guard's buried under a tangle of metal. You can't even see his legs like this. His fallen flashlight, had rolled away enough to illuminate his chest where you can see a spreading pool of blood soaking into the dirt. His hand twitches once, then stops. Austin lets out a choked sob. Oh my god. Oh my god, is he dead? Did I kill him? Your pulse is roaring in your ears. The adrenaline burns the fog out of your brain. Call for help. You should call for help. But your eyes snag on the fence, your car beyond it, and the awful stillness of the night. If we call, they'll know we were here. The cops, the breathalyzer, my license. Austin paces, muttering. He keeps saying he didn't mean it. We're both high. Austin's drunk and I drank a little too. We're trespassing. They'll blame us and we'll lose everything. You crouch beside the guard, your hands hovering but not touching. There's too much blood. The smell of iron is heavy in the air. He's not moving. Oh God, he's not moving. Austin's voice cracks. Riley, what did we do? You mean his eyes. They're terrified and childlike. Give me your jacket. You step forward and extend your hand toward him. Voice low and urgent. He hands it to you and your world narrows to a few frantic tasks. You kneel and use your jacket to brush away your shoe prints from the surrounding area, trying to make it look natural. Your hands are clumsy and shaking, but you steel yourself. Austin's stomach lurches. He bends over and dry heaves. I think I'm gonna be sick. You snap your head around. No, if you throw up now, they'll know we were here. They'll find us. Whatever you do, don't throw up. He nods, white-faced, and forces it down. You grab him by the arm and retrace your steps through the night. Where his hand had left marks on the machinery, you brush at the surface, streaking dust into confusing patterns. You shove a loose plank back over one disturbed patch, pull a tarp over another. You boost Austin back for the fence first. He hesitates at the top, then drops onto the other side. You go last, palms scraping the metal. Neither of you speak until the car is moving. You keep your headlights off until you're on the main road. Austin's breath comes ragged, his eyes wet and empty. I'm sorry. We can't tell anyone about this. Ever. Okay. That's why when the two of them were at the junkyard the very first day. Oh my God, that's great. I like foreshadowing / tying back into it. During the very first day at the junkyard, the two of them are like going from the car deeper into the junkyard, and one of them like nudges some metal, which crashes over, and they like pause for a second, like and you think as the first time like reader, you're like, oh, hey, they're just afraid that like they broke something important or whatever, right? But in reality, now with context, you think like, oh, they're having a PTSD moment of, did they just kill another person? Oh, that's a good writing. I love the idea of the new cheer emote is used in conjunction with the old cheer emote just to show the service crew and I being complicit in crimes together. I wouldn't have it any other way. Service crew, you can be the what's the famous crime duo? You can be the Bonnie to my Clyde any day. You jolt upright, heart hammering, the sound of metal still ringing in your ears. It had really felt like you were back there. The stink of the dirt, the wet dirt, the flashlight beam cutting through the dust, and Austin's voice, frail and breaking. The ceiling swims into focus. You used to check the news every morning. Local section first, then the obituaries. Every day, you brace yourself for the headline that never came. Worker found dead in late night accident. Police suspect foul play. Nothing ever showed up. Not that week. Not the next. Eventually, they built something glossy there. It had glass walls and a cafe in the lobby. Maybe the owners of the property covered it up. Or maybe the man walked away after all. You never checked his pulse. You just assumed. Neither of you wanted to name what you'd done. Even though it was an accident, in the back of your mind, you would always pin the blame on Austin for dragging you out there and being reckless. Pretending I was innocent didn't make it better. Didn't make me better, though. Just made me need him more. I was the one who saw his mistake, cleaned it up, and stayed. You stretch. The ache in your body feels even worse today. The ache in your heart feels worse today. Something's wrong with Austin. Wrong in a way a hospital couldn't name. It's a puppet for the thing in it at this point. Ooh. I'm not 100% sure because obviously that was from like a few days ago, but I'm pretty sure that's the line that Austin called when he saw the parasitic slug from before. Hey. All right. Make some brekkie. All right. Wait, is it... Mom's gone. Is it still the same day, you think? We just had breakfast, though, so I don't know. Dolly? Damn. Still got some fight left in me. We don't have time for a shower right now. Yeah, is that my first breakfast of the new day, or is it my third breakfast of the same day? I think it's my first breakfast of a new day. Face Austin. I got nothing else. You shoulder your canvas bag and head to Austin's apartment. Okay. Do you think A battered axe hangs in the dusty wooden emergency case. The wooden handle looks worn out. Landlady must not have bought a new one yet. You should leave it alone. Look, all I'm saying is that foreshadowing is really, really obvious. And so, like, why would you put this axe here if I'm not eventually going to use it? That's all I'm saying. Now, the more important thing is... You knock on the door. Hey, it's Riley. Oh, hey, what's up? Come on in. Used to think success with a house, a salary, all that noise. Then I looked around and saw everyone drowning in it. I walked away. It took getting a few years older to see there's peace outside the picture they paint for you. I love Herb so much, and he's not talking about his cat being missing, so I'm gonna assume that the cat's fine. The cat's like an outdoor... The cat's typically not in this room. A lot of times we come here, the cat was not in the room. So I think I'm gonna assume that P's fine right now. Come back anytime. Also, I really like Herb. Herb's fully right, by the way, what he just said there. Kinda real for that one. The door to the roof. It's locked. But you know where the key is. The cat's fine, the cat's fine, the cat's fine, the cat's fine, the cat's fine. You're fine, you're fine. Hold on. You're fine. Okay, there we go. It's Austin's apartment door. Enter. The dead deer. The sight of it makes you sick to your stomach. Ah, didn't mean to double tap. Pile of Austin's clothes. Okay, it's very small, but I kind of wish that this got changed because this might be the last day. Don't forget the first aid kit. Okay, I guess we're not first aid kitting. You take a deep breath before pushing into Austin's room. The service crew, I highly recommend, if you're of a fragile condition, to tab out now. Thank you. The room is a mess. Fur is scattered across the floor. The smell of blood hangs thick in the air. Looks like he was able to get what he wanted in the end. The way he tore apart the cat was inhuman. There was no shred of compassion. Austin sits on the edge of his bed. His clothes are soaked in blood. He hasn't even tried to clean himself up. His chest rises in uneven bursts, his breath ragged, his pupils dart in every direction. The bear had looked at you the same way when you had run into it for the first time, its eyes cold and starving. Austin lifts his head toward you. When he speaks, the sound scrapes against his throat. His voice feels unrecognizable. Bring me a human. That's what I want. The sound chills you. For a few moments, you can't answer. Your hand drifts behind your back, unzipping a side zipper. You feel the cold hilt of the knife that's been resting in there all week, and your fingers close tightly around it. Your voice breaks when you speak. Okay. If it'll make you happy, I can do whatever it takes. Austin rises to meet you, the glint of hunger in his eyes. You lean forward and press close, wrapping your arms around him. His body is rigid and trembling. His ragged breath drags against your ear. You hold him tighter. You let a single tear slide down your face. Austin doesn't answer. His mouth skims your throat, his breath hot, teeth grazing the skin like he's already imagining the tear. Before he can bite down, you drive the knife into his side. It goes in easy. The sharp blade easily pierces through his thin shirt and through skin and fat and muscle. His whole body spasms violently, and the hands that had been snaking around you to pull you closer claw into your back. A wet, guttural sound comes out of his throat. Deep, red blood spills hot over your hand. For an instant, his eyes find yours. For a second, there's some sort of recognition in them. Something that feels like the old him. Or maybe not. His breathing stutters, his legs buckle. You hold him as he collapses, lowering him to the floor. The knife stays inside him, warm and shaking with the twitch of his muscles. His body convulses in your arms. You hear the wet catch of his breath and the sharp sound of pain. You keep holding him until his body eventually goes still. Oh, that's fun. Oh, I like that. That the screen changes when you get an ending. I saw someone had mentioned that in like one of the review comments thing I had seen. This is in fact a multi-end VN. This is also a free VN that you can get on Steam or on itch.io. I only want to get the one ending just because I want you guys to play for yourself if you enjoy it. Because, yeah, if I had known how long it would take, I would have probably ended the last stream, like, 2 hours early, and then we would have done, like, a half-and-half thing, where I would have, like, done the first, like, 3 to 4 days, and then I would have done, like, the last, probably first 3 days last time, and then the next 4 days this time, but, hey, sometimes sometimes you just don't know how long something's gonna take. Whoops! I was fully losing my voice last time, or else I might have tried to pull out for the last hour, but it was also really, really late at that point. Cool. Like I said, I want to leave the other endings for you guys in case you are interested in them. I might look some stuff up later. This was very interesting. I like it a lot. I love what it's doing. I love the general plot and the ideas in it. I think it needed like a first or a second pass for just general editing, because there were some parts I caught last time that were a little bit cyclical in the way they were spoken, where it was like so and so, it was like da 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 dialogue da da da, and like the da da dots were the same. You know what I mean? Where it's like you say something at the very beginning of a sentence, you get to the meat and potatoes of your sentence, and then you like say the same thing. Like it's something that I do a lot, that I feel like we all do a lot when we're speaking, but when you're writing, it can sometimes like catch itself. So like just a first second pass I think would be like perfect for that. Catch a little bit like a few grammatical errors, but like overall, the actual like the concept, the idea, really good. It's really I really like the little like mini games they added in. Like there was the sandwich making mini game, there was the doing the your job mini game. Those are very cute. Part of me wishes that there was like one more of them, and maybe depending on like what ending I went to, there'd be another one. Because like those are, and I can see where it's like at the beginning of the game, it's like you're having a happy, fun, haha game, and then as it goes on, it goes more into like we're not having happy, we're not having fun, we're not doing little mini games. So I can see why you wouldn't have one of those at the very end as well. Just for like the tonal difference of like you're having fun, oh you're gonna make a sandwich for your dude, you're gonna do your job kind of, and then later on it's like no fun at all, lock yourself in. I get it. Yeah, the minigames are very front-loaded, which again I think is fine. It's more of a, if there was another one at the end, I think it'd be kind of interesting because then it would like spread it out. But again, it could also like depending on like what the last minigame is, it might not work unless you take that very like unless you lean into it, right? Oh, I don't know how many endings there are. I'm actually gonna pull up for myself, and then I'll give you the warning when I pull it up for you guys. But there is a ending guide. Yes, official ending guide. So I'm gonna tell you how many endings there are total. So if you care about spoilers for just general stuff, there are 3 endings. There is the self-sacrifice ending, the compliance ending, and the mercy ending. Ooh. Hold on. I assume that I got the compliance ending, actually. So I didn't even get one of the, like, I didn't get the best or the worst ending. Because, ooh. Because it looks like, again, spoilers. Mercy ending is going to be, like, not doing anything with Austin at all. You're going to run from the bear, you're going to go to work, go to the pharmacy, you're going to sleep at home, etc., etc. Self-sacrifice, you're going to fight the bear as much as possible, which I did. Search for Austin at every opportunity, which I did not do. Sleep on the couch at every opportunity, which I did not do. And then etc., etc., etc. there. So we got the middle ground ending. So seriously, if you want to see the either of the like more direct, either the best or the worst endings theoretically, I recommend you guys play this yourself. It's obviously if you're not voicing it out, it will take you probably about 3 hours according to the author. If you're voicing it out though, if you're a streamer that wants to play this yourself, it's probably going to take about 7 hours. Maybe 6. Probably 6 is closer to it, but we did get the horror movie playthrough. I guess yeah. What do you guys think about it overall? I think yeah. Let me see if I can put. I think I started to talk about it, and then I like wanted to look at the endings and everything. How would I put this overall? It feels really good. like I think this is perfect for what it is. It's a good 3*hour game. Yes, I would put it that way. Asterisk for if you're streaming it or not, because it's very much yo, what's up, Zeal? Welcome in. Hi. Good morning. We just finished. We got the ending, and as I kind of mentioned on Thursday, I only wanted to get one ending. I wanted to leave it open if people want to get the other ones, and because I did a kind of a middle thing, I ended up getting the what is it called? I got the compliance ending, the middle ground ending, right? And I'm kind of interested in seeing what the other 2 endings are, but I'm gonna leave that for viewers or for me later on, not on stream, to like check out. Because I don't think I have enough time to knock out an entire other ending in like 2 hours, based on previous notes of the game that I tried. But no, it's very, very good. Like it perfectly does what I think it's trying to accomplish, right? It's telling you the story of these two characters, and again, I don't know how like the other two endings will impact it, but I think it does a really good job of showing these two characters. Um, I'm trying to think if any of the writing was like I mentioned, like if there was like a first or second pass just to catch like a few of the grammatical things here and there, that'd be great. If there was and like this is very much just like a like you don't need to do this, but like yeah, if you were able to like somehow get custom assets for like everything else, it'd be great. But obviously that's a whole lot of time. That's a whole lot of effort. That's like the if you're gonna sell this for money, right? You like spend the time and get like custom maps and everything like that. But obviously this is not done for money. This is presumably a passion project. So like using like the default RPG Maker assets are great because honestly the biggest thing that carries it in the graphic department is like yeah this wonderful art here. This is insanely good, and this is like the main reason that like this game caught my eye in the first. This is the main reason that Kiwi, after Kiwi sent it to me, it caught my eye in the first place. I can't take credit for finding this. Kiwi brought this up, but like the art is so insanely good to just like give you a sense of these are your characters and here's kind of what they're going through. Like this is insane, right? The progression of, and this is like your pause menu, right? The progression of like, hey, it's the two of you hanging out, you're having a fun time. Then it's just you, desolate, alone. And you can use this in a lot of different contexts of, when you first see this, it's because you're leaving Austin alone, because you're running from the bear, or you're like, or Austin's like missing and you're leaving him alone. But later on, you can use the same exact CG for like, oh, Austin's telling you to go steal, or Austin's like not feeling well and I think he might kill me. You can use the same thing there. Here you have some resolve, you picked up a dead body, groceries, etc., etc. This one goes insane. This after you pick them up. Like these are insanely good. This I thought this was like absolute like cinema, by the way. The idea of the bear CG and then you have it mirrored with yeah, with Austin's CG here. That's insanely good. Zeal, you weren't here for it either, by the way. I assume you were napping at the time. I don't think you were here for it. I actually don't know. But I do have to say, one of my favorite parts, by far, is the reveal, I guess. I mentioned this when it showed up, but because Austin and Riley's like secret is that they had accidentally killed a man, manslaughter, arguably. I don't know how that works out. I'm not a lawyer. When they had like knocked something over and killed a man at the construction site, and then I had mentioned that was like that was insanely good writing, because that's like in the very first day that kind of happens when they're at the junkyard. They knock some things over and there's the crash and they like wait, and at the time you're thinking like, oh, it's because they're afraid they broke something, or they're just like, oh, they're being cautious. But now with the context of what happens later on, you're like, oh, that's really good. That's great writing. I'm trying to think what else. I think the characters, like the main characters are Riley and Austin. I think they're extremely well written. I have no notes on them whatsoever, because it's just like Riley is kind of like just trying to do his best. He's your everyman, and then Austin is I call him the manipulative cannibal. Like he's like the bad guy, but and he kind of is. He's like a bad influence, but he's not like. Is he a bad person? He's a bad influence. He's not a great person. He's not like a villain until he gets a parasite in him, and then he 100% becomes a villain. But I think it does a really good job of like writing that line of just like, before you get to the part where he clearly is like eating things, you're like, why does Riley hang out with this guy? And it's like, oh well, Riley wants to feel needed, and like Austin's like an anchor in the not an anchor in the storm. Is that the phrase? Like Austin works for Riley to like center himself on, and it never gets too overbearing where it's like, why doesn't Riley just leave Austin? Because Austin is generally affable, generally is there for him, so it's like, why would he shake that up, especially when he's lost someone in his life already. Insane, by the way, that I am only missing 2 sprites here and I'm missing 10 sprites here. Don't know how that worked out. Herb's great. Herb's not really like an important character, at least not in the ending that we got. But I love Herb. He's fantastic. He's literally me for real, for real. Look at that guy. He's awesome. I do wish in some way, shape, or form then that, and again, maybe this happens in one of the other endings, but like when you're running from Austin, you can't really go to Herb to like talk to him. So that's like a, oh man, I wish so, but at the same time, like you're supposed to be running, like that's completely fine. But then when you go back to like the next day and P is missing, he probably doesn't know at the time, but like there is like part of me that's like, I kind of wish he had something that was like, oh man, like I haven't seen P lately, or hey, have you seen P? But maybe that might be giving your hand away too much. I don't know. It's very like, I part of me wishes that more happened with Herb, because he just kind of like does his little thing with being the 3E guy, and then nothing else happens with him. I just think he's neat though. He's my little Blorbo, right? I wish there was more, but it's okay. I like him. Herb, as you should. He is the perfect man, Rue. She's not really a character. The only thing I have for her is that I wish she kind of, and I think this is more on Riley for not discussing the problem more, because I think she does a really good job being the person that she needs to be, where it's she's just the doctor. She's someone that like he can go to for advice, and like she only has like an executive function in the game of, I don't even know if that's the right term, but she really only has the job of like being like, hey, you should leave him here, and like, hey, I can't help you out here. Part of me wishes there was a little bit more going on there. Like, I kind of wish, especially for someone that has like all these like horror movie posters in his room, like he almost like fell into cliche and being like, I'm not gonna tell her the important things, and I kind of wish he did. And then like she was like, I'll get back to you. Like I kind of wish there was more there. And again, maybe there is in other endings, but. And then the mom, I think the mom was adorable. I think she's really cute. No notes. She also kind of just has an executive function. She's there to show like how Riley's life is going. Part of me wishes that like Riley like was able to lean on her more, but again, Riley as a character does not want to lean on people. He wants to be the one that people lean on, right? I don't think I mentioned that at all. I was like, he has to be self-supportive, but it's not even just that. It's not that he needs to be like his own man. It's like he would rather people lean on him than he lean on other people, which is, again, why like they have this connection of Austin can rely on Riley because Riley wants to be relied on. Riley wants his mom to rely on him rather than the other way around, right? It's just the, yeah, he wants to be The Rock. He wants to be Dwayne The Rock Johnson, exactly. So that's kind of like their relationship. So I understand why like the mom doesn't like show up more, because he wants to be more for the mom. And again, like in the first part of the game too, you don't see the mom at all because she's doing her job, and it's really only when like you don't even see her sprite until you get to the hospital, which is fun. So like I think that works out perfectly in the first half of the game, where it's like you see the mom at the beginning, you don't see her get into the hospital, and then she has the thing of like, we haven't seen each other. I work at different hours than you do, but you need to be able to rely on me. And I think that's super well done. Amazing done. I was thinking Marky and Brian Pasternak for Herb. So sure, who's Brian Pasternak? Because I know who Marky is, and like, yeah, no, that's 100% Marky. Insanely good taste for that one at the very least. I don't know who Brian Pasternak is, but I'm gonna assume he's also good taste. So good job. No, but now that you say, no, that's 100% Marky. So sure, what's Marky's famous line? You can go take some candy from, it's something like that. I don't know. A little bit of candy makes everything better. He says things like that. Because he's like the guy that gives the snacks to everyone. And then he also, you know, is the main villain. Spoilers for Persona 5, which we played in stream like 2 years ago. Run away with Herb in his new homestead. Maybe that's what the Mercy ending is. I'll look him up later. Dolly. Real. He wants to be the I'll make you and Light Yagami kiss. I'll swear I'll do it. Can you make them kiss like dolls? I would only do it if Light Yagami consented to it. Because I'm a gentleman like that. I'm a Casanova like that. He's from a small horror game that I really like. Worth play. Ooh. Done and done. At the very least, I can look it up. cool. Ooh. I fully see the vibes. From Yuppie Psycho. Why do I feel like I know that name? I feel like, yes! I have not played this. And I think I might have watched like maybe 20 minutes of it. Or I maybe not even that. Maybe I just saw it as like the game people were playing like a while ago. But ooh, thank you for the recommendation. So sure, we'll take a look at that sometime in the future, possibly. Do you have anything else that I can think of? I don't know what these are. Obviously, I haven't done any extra stuff there. No, it's good. It's good. I realized, talking about minigames, by the way, you could argue that running away from Austin is a minigame. I will say, I kind of wish that was communicated a little bit better, because I did do the, like, Austin catches you, and I started spamming spacebar, and then, like, I just did that 5 more times because I didn't realize I could move after I pushed him off me. That's kind of on me a little bit. Because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know that it's supposed to hit spacebar at first. I'm surprised the axe is coming, but I wonder if the axe comes in one of the other innings, because that was very much like a important item aspect. Ooh. So, can you think of anything else? Anything you want to talk about, just in general? Everything with the Parasite had such good like build up. It had good setup, right? I think the game does really well with like setup and payoff as far as the main stakes of the story go. The real horror was the American healthcare system. That is also true. For a moment, I lived in a world where Tomodachi Life didn't exist, so I was like, how would you make them? Well, if Tomodachi Life didn't exist, Zeal, and you wanted to make me kiss Light Yagami, that's what fan art's for. That's a whole other thing, though. Or like, not even fan art. Like, you can just make it, like, go or something. I don't think you can make people kiss and go, though. But, like, The Sims or something. You trust me. If you need to make 2 people kiss, you can do it in a lot of different ways. Brian Pasternak is the main protagonist and playable character of the 2019 indie horror game Yuppie Psycho by Baroque Decay. Did you just copy the AI thing, Kiwi? I thought you were, like, typing from the heart, but, like, I think this feels more like an AI overview, dang it. This game did make me go into American healthcare YouTube rabbit hole. Oh, I'm sorry for that, Ben. Oh, I didn't realize it was that bad for you. Ooh, my bad. I'm sorry you live in a socialist utopia, Ben. Austin and Alex are now the same person in my head. Austin from Take Care of It and Alex from Stardew Valley? I mean, the more the more you say that, the more I kind of see it as well, because it's a little I don't know. Like, this is a little bit of reaching, but like Austin has kind of like he's got the build and the vibe of like I want to be a guy. I want to be like the guy. I want to be like the dude. And like Alex kind of has that as well, but then they both are clearly more than that in a lot of ways. Imagine use the AI overview. That was from Heroes Wiki. Thank you, Kiwi. I'm glad that for you that was also the very first thing that popped up, because that's what popped up for me first as well, instead of like the Yuppie Psycho Wikipedia or anything like that. Shout out to Heroes Wiki. I saw the fact that I think it's on fandom, but that's not Heroes Wiki's fault. That's fandom's fault. Austin and Alex are cousins in my head. Stardew Valley and Take Care of It is the same universe to me now. That means I could get a Parasite in Stardew. I don't want that. Dude, can you imagine like if the bear in Stardew that you meet in like the bottom left corner of the map that gives you like the power of foraging, selling for more, got a parasite in him and attacked you? That'd go insane. How do I call Concerned Ape with an idea? The crossover for the ages. Like, when there's an accident, companies rush the ambulance, so theirs are the one to get the patients, bring them to the hospital. I feel like that's more for, like, larger cities. But that's interesting, because I didn't know that. Poor dog in the town square has no choice. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about there, Rue, and that's one of the most terrifying sentences I've read without knowing any context. Because there's no dogs in either Take Care of It or Stardew. And like maybe there's one in Tomodachi Life, but if there is, I don't know what that means. Okay. There's a dog. Oh, there is a dog in Stardew. He's always, it's Alex's dog. It's not in the town square. I wouldn't call it in the town square, but like, okay, yeah, the one that's like the one that's hidden, and I feel like it has a name. Yeah, Alex's dog, okay. I had that heart event. I just forgot, because that's not in the town square. It's different, and you know it, and I know it. This is good, though. So true. The stream ended a lot earlier than I thought. You guys want to like do something? You guys want to like here? This is so stupid. So you guys want to do some old man phone games real quick? Here, let's just do one. What's a good one? What's a good one, service crew? We'll do read. I don't want to read. I don't want to read more. Let's just do one round of let's play one round of Hoops Grid. I cannot do Hoops Grid. I would suck at that. Hold on. I feel like I had an answer for what we should. Oh yeah, here. This is so stupid. In order to look, I'm legally contracted to get to 2 hours per stream, according to no one else, just my gut, right? And so here to wrap things up, first and foremost, let me officially end the take care of it portion of the stream. Very good game. Service Crew, it's free. It's available on itch.io and on Steam. If you enjoyed this playthrough, please go check it out for yourself. Go try to get either of the other endings that I didn't get. If you want to go through it yourself, go ahead and do so. But if you need to get the guide, it's available on the itch.io and I assume Steam, but I don't know that one as much. But definitely on the itch.io page, there is a guide to get the other endings that I did not get in case you were looking forward to it. And if you do, let me know what you thought of that down in the comments below. Sorry, I'm going a little too YouTube here. But no, it's a really good game. Please go check it out. To wrap up the stream, in order to round out my content diversity, we're gonna play catfishing. If you don't know what catfishing is, you have to guess the article from its categories. So there are 10 questions in catfishing. Thank you, Dolly. And don't forget to ring that bell too. All right, so screw. This is if you guys can get, if we can get over 50% catfishing today, I'll. I think Gabriel, are you here? I was gonna say I'll bark for you, but that's not that. Don't worry about that. That we're leaving that joke. We're leaving that joke in Silent Hill F. We're not doing that. Catfishing like what Austin did? I don't know. I don't know if Austin was a catfish necessarily. I don't think that's the good use of the word. Just do blind hoops grid based on vibes. But I don't even know players, so I couldn't do blind hoops grid. Take care of it. Also got possessed by a YouTuber instead of a parasite. What's the difference? Sorry, low hanging fruit. Okay. So we have to get over 50% in order to like win. This is like if we don't get over 50%, we lose take over it, okay? Take care of it. Getting over it. Dormant volcanoes, 5,000s of Africa, highest points of countries, important bird areas of Tanzania, Moshi, Tanzania, mountains of Tanzania. I feel like, is this just Kilimanjaro? So sure, where's Kilimanjaro at? Don't Google, it's cheating. I feel like it's Mount Kilimanjaro, because that's like the only African volcano / mountain I know, right? Outside of that, it might be like somewhere in like the middle of Africa. I'll give you like 5 seconds to say no in case you have another idea, but... And if you're about to say Ace, you spelled it wrong, don't worry. The game has an autocorrect that will tell me if I got close. Let's start a podcast as mid-20s white dudes! Austin and Alex starting a... Riley and... Dang it! Riley and Austin starting a podcast. And honestly, that's the insane thing. Like, it's set early... It's set in like the early to mid-2000s, give or take. Mid to late 2000s maybe, because probably mid 2000s because they have cell phones with speed dial, which is like mid to late 2000s more so. But It would, if they were set like 10 to 20 years in the future, it would be that, right? Like it'd be them trying to like set up their Riley would be a like I want to set up this like weekly like supernatural paranormal podcast, and it'd be those two like on the podcast, and like he's legitimately like excited to do this, and he's still like sharing it even though he's only getting like 10 to 20 like views or listens. I don't know podcast metrics, so I'm just making this up, but he's like not getting that many like views or click-throughs or whatever it is on his podcast, but he's just doing it from the heart, and he's really like into it. And Austin's like just like basically just like sating his friend, like the same way that he's going to like the mountain to the hill with him. He's just kind of doing it to make like him happy. And then like he gets attacked by a bear, and then like Austin goes on the podcast, and then it ends up like that one Adult Swim skit. and then they just like pull up the door that killed his father and all that stuff. That's from the Adult Swim skit. I forgot that like Riley's father was dead. That feels like a bad taste for Riley for that joke then. Okay. Hit it. Easy. Look at that. Done. Killer Mango Row. Okay, luckily we don't have to worry about Kilimanjaro. What we're doing now is 18th century British 18th century British economists, 18th century Scottish male writers, 18th century Scottish philosophers, Scottish writers, 1723 births, 1790 deaths, academics of Glasgow, British male non-fiction writers, burials at Canongate Kirkyard, capitalism, classic economists, royal fellows, Scottish business theorists, virtue ethicists. So true. Who's a capitalist from like Scotland? I feel like I don't know this one. Whenever it's a person, especially if it's not a super duper famous person. Kiwi, that is so insane. I'm gonna go with this because I don't know. I don't think it's Adam Smith. That's too generic. I don't know who this is, but like you pull out like a name like this, I believe in it. Oh shit, Kiwi! Good job. That's on me, Kiwi. My bad. Adam Smith was an insane pull. I didn't know that one. 15th century South America, 16th century in South America, Andean civilizations, former monarchies of South America, history of Ecuador, history of indigenous peoples of the Americas, indigenous culture of the Americas, post-classical period of the Americas, state territories disliked since 1572. Would this be like? It wouldn't be the Aztecs. That's like Central America. It's like Machu Picchu. Was Machu Picchu like an actual like civilization, or where Cusco? Emperor's New Groove, Cusco. What are they from? Are they just from like they're boom baby? I don't know what's Adam Smith is like John Money. Who's Cusco? It's whatever Machu Picchu is part of, I assume. No, Machu Picchu is not in Ecuador, is it? It's in Peru. Inca makes more sense. Is Inca feels like it's also more Central America though, but I like it more than Machu Picchu. Yeah, Machu Picchu isn't in Ecuador, so Inca feels correct. Nice, good call. 1939 debut novels, Irish fantasy novels, Irish novels adapted into films, into plays, longman books, metafiction novels, novels by Flann O'Brien, novels set in Dublin, postmodern novels, self-reflexive works published under a pseudonym. So I don't know anything about the Irish, so I don't think I got this. This game is hard. I usually average like 3, and usually I just skip on these ones because I have no idea. Ulysses, ooh, I like it. At Swim Two Birds. That sounds like this is probably a really good book, but it just makes me think about Swimbird is from Blueprints. Oh man, if I had Blueprints downloaded, we could have done a Blueprints randomizer run that I have not set up and I don't know anything about. Would have been a bad idea because that would probably take more than like the 30 minutes that we're gonna do on this. 19th century American male writers, American novelists, male fantasy writers. Oh, 19th and 20th century. So they survived from 1878 to 1968. From California, critics of religion, democratic socialists. It makes me immediately think about Grapes of Wrath. Who did Grapes of Wrath? American male nonfiction writers, American male novelists, temperance activists, California, New York alumni, not alumni, liberalism, Maryland socialists, Pulitzer Prize winners for novel. Who wrote Grapes of Wrath? Oh, Socialist Party of America politician from California. Maybe not. But that's my gut. You think was C.S. Lewis American? I thought C.S. Lewis was British. Because C.S. Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia, right? And that's British. Yeah, Lewis wrote Narnia, and Lewis is 100% British then. It's Grapes of Wrath by, I should know this. I read this in like high school, freshman year, so you know that was only like a long time ago. That was close to 20 years. John Steinbeck. You read Bungo Stray? You're right. I should actually know this. Oh my, wait, great question then. Maybe it's not John Steinbeck, because I feel like it could be John Steinbeck, but I don't know if John Steinbeck was a politician from California. But like, that's a great point, Kiwi. Who else is in there? The Scarlet. I only know them from the books. I don't know them from their character names. Is the bad part. The Great Gatsby, Little Women. It's a guy. We know that though. The Grapes of Wrath, The Great Old Ones, The Scarlet Letter. I'm going Steinbeck. Upton Sinclair. That's a BioShock name. Dang it. Okay. Filipino medical doctors, Filipino painters, Filipino writers. Ben, are you here still? 19th century novelists, 1861 births, 1861 deaths, anti-Spanish sentiment. Yeah, I do not. We need Ben. We need a Filipino in here. Complutense University of Madrid. Jose Rizal, done. Nice, good job, Ben. Easy alley-oop. This is why we're building a strong foundation of service crews, so we can answer catfishing. 1990 establishments in Europe. Establishments in the Moldovan Soviet. 1990 establishments in the Moldovan Soviet Socialist Republic. Countries. Oh, it's a country. Okay, countries and territories where Armenian is an official language. Countries and territories where Russian is official language. Is it just Moldova? Countries where Ukrainian is official language. Disputed territories in Europe. Territories in Europe. Landlocked countries. So it's Moldova, right? Okay. Asma, did you for real know that? What? That's insane, Polasma. I apologize. That's insane. I guess the thing is that, yeah, it's a disputed territory, so it wouldn't be the country itself. It would be like a small area, like an oblast or a peninsula kind of a deal. Good job, Asmo. I'm currently 0 for 2 for trusting you guys for ones that were right. You're trying to say I got canceled? I'm sorry to hear that, Gabriel. Does it make you feel better if you help me win catfishing? And its only crime was being too good. I feel like that's not its only crime then if it got canceled. Because if it was too good, I feel like it wouldn't have gotten canceled. Apologies though, Gabriel. 1642 in Japan. 1942 in Japan. In the Solomon Islands. 1943 in Japan and the Solomon Islands. Amphibious operations along the United States. It's the operation where you island hopped a lot, I assume, right? It's oh god, I feel like I should know this. If you asked me like 10 years ago, I might have known this. Campaigns of World War II, campaigns of Operation World War II. It's where the US just island hopped to go from like Australia up to Japan effectively. It's usually based on like an animal, isn't it? Not always. I feel like it's just Operation Island Hop or something stupid like that, though. They went island hopping, but that doesn't make sense. Five, four. It's not that. What do you call it when you jump across Operation Skip Rope? No, that's not jumping. I mean, that is jumping, but that's different. Operation Hopscotch. It's not. I swear to God, it has island in the name though. I don't know, going with that. The Guadalcanal campaign was not getting that one at all. Oh, I'm sorry, Ben. Now both of you got it. Luckily, you can commiserate. Cartooning, censorship, comics, comic terminology, profanity, symbolism, typographical symbols. I know what it is, right? It's when like it's that, right? How do you or more accurately, like in certain comics when it's like that. I don't know what that's called though. I feel like it's like blam or something like that. Like that's not that, but you think it's just the comic? Well, no, it's because it's symbolism and typographical symbols. So it's not the comic code, which I think is the overall idea of like this is in the comics code, but I think this is specifically referring to what you call it when you censor using these symbols, I think. Which I feel like would be... You might be right, though. Brawlix? Are you cheating? Growlix? How do you guys know that? Growlix or Obscenicon is the use of typographical symbols to replace profanity. Yeah. Good job. Growlithe from, like, Pokemon? Cuisine of Lombardy, food of the ancient Rome, Italian inventions, maize dishes, porridges. So sure, I'm really bad at this. So trust me, I'm really good at catfishing any other day of the week. This is a tough day today. Maize dishes, polenta. With your help, we got to 50%. Good job, sir. Look at this. This is so bad. Today's such a bad day. The average was 2. And I think I got 1. I got Mount Kilimanjaro. I set us off on the right foot. But then, yeah, like, I might have gotten Incan Empire. But I legit probably would have just typed in Machu Picchu and then been wrong. Oh. Good job, Service Crew. You did it. All right, with that, what a day, Service Crew. We finished Take Care of It, a wonderful little indie game, which you can pick up for free from Steam and itch.io. And then we got 50% on catfishing. I couldn't have asked for a better Monday, could you? We finished it, Gabriel. It was really good. I recommend you go play it yourself, because there are 2 other endings that we're not going to get. Because I'm leaving it for you. You got to boost those metrics on Steam, too. I did, in fact, take care of it. I took care of him, and yeah, that's mostly... I took care of it. It being Austin, a.k.a. Alex. You can even see it right here. Spoilers. How do I... Oh. You can even see it right here. Spoilers. Validate mine and Ben's feelings. What are your feelings? Funny's been pulled after the production company got into a fight with the studio because the latter wanted to do a faithful adaptation to the web novel instead of generic isekai like the manhwa. Oh, I see what you're saying. That there was both. It's like a that makes me think of it's like a One Punch Man situation where you have 2 different media they could potentially adapt, and it goes for one piece of media over the other. I see. That's unfortunate. Adaptation is weird. That does stink. But with that sort of true, I don't think I have much else. Let me know if you have anything pressing and urgent in the next 5 minutes, and by minutes I mean seconds. Otherwise, I'm going to send you guys off. Great game, highly recommend it. Of course, we're going to be back tomorrow for Arknights, the Arknights. We're going to be playing through the Yerg event, which I'm really excited about for 2 reasons. A, I really like Yerg as an event; it's really fun, and B, 2, I might try to use Niche Knights on it. I don't know. I've been really like into I've been really in an Arknights the Arknights mood lately. And so I've just been like playing levels that I hadn't played in a hot minute. I guess levels like not that. I've been playing levels that I never completed so I can get like more OP and just to like have the satisfaction of like playing the game. And so I've been like just doing clears with my Syracuse squad, which is like I could add more characters in it, but I've just been using 10 characters in the squad, and it's been really fun. It feels satisfying, so I get it. But mostly I can't wait until they finally release Dimitri so I can have him in the squad too, and then it will be even more satisfying. It's great. But yeah, we have that, and then of course I'll be back on Thursday with I keep wanting to say The Walking Dead or The Last of Us, but it's neither of those. It's The Wolf Among Us. And maybe that's why it has the word us in it, which makes me think of The Last of Us. But it's also made by the one guys who made the Walking Dead video game, and so I combined the two of them, and that's why I get mixed up. But we're playing The Wolf Among Us on Thursday. I've never played a Telltale game before at all, so I'm excited for it. So come check that out. And of course, last but not least, on Sunday we'll be back with more of Silent Hill F. We're going to beat our first New Game Plus playthrough, which is getting real interesting because it's starting to diverge a little bit more from the New Game playthrough. And also, I'm going to get a really sick sword, so I'm excited for that. But I think that's all I got. All right. So with that, I'm going to send you guys over to... Ooh. Speak of the devil. Speak of Arknights. I'm going to send you guys over to Benjamin Bloom and Onion. Benny Bloom, currently playing through Arknights himself. Currently doing an event that I never did. The Casimiras event, I believe. Near Light, in fact. Go check out Benny. Benny's a very cool guy. Enjoy his read-through of Near Light. Spoilers for that in case you haven't read it yourself. But let's load this bad boy up. And the service room. With that, I know nothing else. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you next time. Peace out, everyone. And see you there in 3, a 2, a 1. Go say hi.